This is the Tomi Sule podcast, your inspirational hub for everyday empowerment.
Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to the Tomi Conversations. And today in the house, I have a very, very amazing guest, a very, very wonderful guest. Ladies and gentlemen, can you please make welcome Adebukola Oyelahan? Give her a drum roll.
Thank you. Thank you so much for having me. Thank you. Thank you so much.
You're welcome. You're welcome.
It's a pleasure to be here, Tomi.
Yeah, it's great. It's good to have you here. Okay, so everybody listen up. For those who don't know, here I'm going to give you her bio. All right. Adebukola Oyelahan is a business structure consultant. She's a fellow of the Institute of Management Consultants. She's an entrepreneur. She's a speaker. She's the founder of Ida Consult. She's a trained public speaker from the Speakers Academy in Lagos. She holds a negotiation mastery certificate from Harvard Business School, ding, 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 where she developed advanced skills in forging agreements, stakeholder engagement, building productive professional relationships. After taking a 12-year career break to focus on raising her family, Adebukola successfully returned to the corporate world as a strategic hire within the premier banking unit of a leading financial institution, providing personalized banking solutions to high net worth individuals. Today, she combines her corporate experience, entrepreneurial journey, and passion for personal effectiveness to help African women entrepreneurs build structured, sustainable, and profitable businesses without burnout. She's known for her practical insights, structured thinking, and relatable approach. Adebukola is committed to helping founders move from overwhelm to clarity, from scattered effort to focused execution, and from simply running a business to building one that truly supports their lives. Welcome, 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 welcome. It's nice to have you here. How are you?
Thank you so much. I'm fine. I'm good. Thank you so much for having me. It's a pleasure. I'm truly honored.
Oh, thank you. It's nice to have you here. So today, we're looking at the topic dealing with overwhelm and building structure into your everyday life. We've talked about you and about yourself. So now let's talk about people. Many people wake up on a daily basis, especially in the era that we live in, already feeling behind and exhausted and overwhelmed just by their to-do list, by the tasks and the things that they have to do. So in your experience, what is usually at the root of overwhelm? And how can someone begin to regain control without adding more pressure to themselves?
Thank you so much, Tomi. You know, women, we are strong, no doubt. Like you said, we have a lot going on for us. We have children, we have work, business, church, family, bills, personal goals. It's just like when you have like 20 tabs open on your computer, that's how our minds run, and eventually the mind gets tired. So it's not because we are lazy, right? But probably because it's not lack of effort, but overwhelm stems from lack of clarity on what to do next. And then we keep absorbing information overload, and we allow tasks to pile up, and we multitask. You know, we think we are strong women and we start multitasking. And when we multitask, our brain is actually shifting from one activity to the other. And we feel we're doing so much. And when it's time to focus, we have kind of trained our brains to move from here to here. And when it's time to focus on one thing, the brain is struggling that, oh, what do I do now? I'm not clear on what instruction you're giving me to do. And then we're overwhelmed, right? And then we think that we need to take on more courses, we need to go for more meetings, and we keep learning and not applying. And I can say that trauma could also be a root of our overwhelm, right? I was recently speaking to a lady. We had a session together, We're talking about finances, and she said that her dad used to have money based on contracts for like a month or two, and afterwards they wouldn't have funds to spend in the family for several months, and it took a toll on the family. Now she's married with children. She's a successful businesswoman, and then she keeps her money in the bank, scared and afraid to spend. She's overwhelmed, like, I don't want to spend this money because I don't want to end up like my dad. So beyond having different things in our minds, trauma could also be the root cause of overwhelm. And how can we gain control? Yes, it's true. How can we gain control? Simply be clear on what you want and who you want to become. Being clear on what you want, who you want to become, helps to gain control. Clarity reduces pressure on overwhelm. You're not copying anyone. You're not showing off. You're not proving anything to anyone. You're in charge of your mind and your results. It helps to regain control without adding more pressure. Also, like I said, multitasking, you're shifting from one activity to the other, then you stop multitasking. We like to do that a lot. Like, we're strong women. I'm cooking, I'm learning, I'm doing. We feel we are saving time. But actually, are we really, really, really making progress? So we stop multitasking and trying to fix everything at once. Pause. Identify one thing that truly matters and focus there. Because focus rebuilds confidence. Focusing on one goal at a time helps. Okay, so imagine a ladder. Oh, there's actually something behind me. Imagine this is a ladder. You know, it has lines close to each other. Assuming that's a ladder and it has like 20 lines there. And another ladder that has just 10 lines. And you need to climb when you are climbing a ladder, you know, you climb the steps. So imagine this one that has 20 lines. You know, it's easier to climb through one step after the other, and you get to it quickly. Unlike when you have just 10. So that first step might be high, so you need extra effort to get to that first step. You're exhausted. And then you wait again to get to the next one. You're exhausted. So it's better to take simple tasks one at a time. When you do one, you realize that when you take one at a time, you are able to move quickly and achieve a lot rather than putting everything together. Right? For instance, you want to lose 10 kg and you think, oh, I just want to lose 10 kg in 2 weeks. Is it realistic, or in 1 month? Why not do the specifics? Like, for what purpose to live a healthy life? Then the specific, I want to cut down on rice and bread. Then I want to drink lots of water. What specifically? I want to walk 30 minutes 3 times a week. So when you take the specifics one at a time, it makes it easier. You're not overwhelmed. At least you're not proving anything for anybody. You're not trying to cut down on bread, drink lots of water, to go to the gym, walk, everything. And after 1 month, you're exhausted, you're overwhelmed, and you abandon everything again. And guess what? The weight comes back double after that month. So taking smaller chunks helps. Another thing that will help us to regain control is decluttering our minds. Imagine when you have clothes full in your wardrobe. All dumped in there, not sorted according to colors and all. And then you need an outfit. It takes you like forever for you to be able to sort out matching trousers or matching pants and tops and all that. It's really, really stressful. So when we declutter our minds and activities and we organize ourselves, it helps to remove that overwhelm. Remember to know what you want and who you want to become. It informs the choices, which influences our results.
Oh, wow. That's amazing. And one thing that really resonated with me with what you said is about doing one thing. Multitasking isn't always effective. Our brain wasn't built to keep so many tabs open. And just like the same way multiple tabs can slow down a device, too many thoughts open and left undone actually slows down productivity. In a time where we are so built to assume that busyness is effectiveness, I think many women will be listening to you and hearing you say, slow down, focus on what you want, and do just one thing. And they're like, I have 6 kids.
Oh.
How do I do just one thing? For which one? So we often hear that structure brings freedom, but many people see structure as restrictive. So how would you explain the relationship between structure and freedom? And why is structure so important if we are to live a fulfilling life?
Thank you, Tomi. Structure is so really important to live a fulfilling life because structure itself is self-care.
Oh, wow.
Simple as that. Structure is self-care. One thing I've noticed when I work with women entrepreneurs is that many are not overwhelmed because they are lazy, right? The woman with the 6 children, she's not lazy. She's taking care of everybody. She's feeding everybody. She's working. She has a business. She's doing community service. She's active in church. She's not lazy, right? But we are overwhelmed. I say we because I'm also a woman. Overwhelmed because we're carrying too much without a clear structure, right? So I like to say that structure is not a cage, it's a guide.
Wow.
Imagine a product manual when you buy a phone, or let's use a blender, and you're trying to assemble it. It comes with a product guide and you need to go through it to know how to set it up. Going through the manual helps you to set it up in a way that won't have any issues later. But if you discard the product manual and you want to set it up yourself, you might set it up wrongly. Number one, it won't work. When you want to use it, you will think they gave you a default product, and then you start calling somebody to come fix it. Or when you set it up wrong, it blows up in your face, it causes more issues and all. So having a product manual, having a structure removes stress. All right, it removes stress and avoids any issues. So structure removes unnecessary stress and decision fatigue. Once you have structure in place, it gives you more freedom to focus on what matters more and what to do with your life. So in my home, I have SOP, standard operating procedures, even for my domestic help. Before now, whenever I have to replace the domestic help, it's always stressful for me to repeat the same thing over and over again. This is what you do, this is how you do it. And sometimes the thought of having to explain to another person would not make me want to let this one go, even if she wasn't measuring up. So I'm stuck with a non-performing domestic help. I'm at her mercy because I'm thinking, how do I have to, the stress of explaining. So the time I had to just create an SOP. This is what you do on Mondays, this is what you do on Tuesdays, this is what we do on Saturdays, this is how we prepare our food, this is how we relate to the children and all. So when you come, I hand you the SOP. It's just one time I explain to you. So it's on auto run. So you know what to expect. And let me tell you something. You cannot expect what you don't expect. You can't expect what you don't expect, because I expect you that on Mondays, these certain tasks should have been carried out. So maybe when I come from work, I just check, pam, 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 it has been done. Frees me to do other things instead of me having to kind of explain over and over again. Same thing in my business. I have its SOP at work, and the same thought of having to employ somebody else again and explain all over again and train, that's the SOP took care of it. Is the structure. So when you come on board, you know that this is what you do when you enter the store. I run a cosmetic shop. This is what you do when you enter the store. You put on the system, you do this, the ambience, you set it. So even if for the induction period you forget, you just carry the SOP and read it. So even when I'm not there, sometimes it takes a bit of adjustment for those the staff. So we just carry the book. And some of them might not want to come and meet Madam again. I once had a staff like that. She doesn't like asking someone. Even if I tell her, just ask, do not assume. But go back to the SOP. So structure gives you freedom, right? And it's really, really important, because you cannot, without structure, life feels reactive. You're just reacting. You don't know what to expect, right? But with structure, life becomes intentional. So even if I step out of the business, if I step out of the home, it is running on their own. They know what they're supposed to have for lunch. They know what they're supposed to have for dinner. They know that by this time, this is what is supposed to have been sorted. So I can then step out and do other things. Yeah.
what if the SOP is there and the structure is there, and then maybe there's an emergency, or maybe there's a crisis, or maybe there's life happens, and then somehow the SOP shifts or deviates? Then what happens?
It's okay. Life happens. It's okay. It's not rigid. It's not, it has to be done this way. It has to be done this way.
Okay.
It can be, there'll be times that you shift, but the major thing is because you have a structure there, during that trying moments, you know that, okay, I'm deviating, but I'm going to come back to it. In my finances, I also have a structure. I have what I do with my finances, the way I apportion it and all. But there was a time for 2-3 months, I couldn't apportion. Everything I was getting was going to something. But I knew that, oh, okay, this is temporary. After 2-3 months, you need to go back to your financial structure. So that structure kept me in check, that you can't make this endless. There has to be a time to stop and a time to go back to your structure. So there are times like that, but we extend grace to ourselves. We need to extend grace to ourselves because we're human and life happens.
Okay, so build structure, but you're not a robot. So if you fall off, you get back on again.
Exactly. I once understood that you rise or fall to the level of your systems.
Oh, wow.
You rise or fall to the level of your system. So at that time that I had commitments, I fell to the level of my system. If I did not have a system, that thing will be endless. Instead of me telling myself it needs to stop within 2-3 months and wrap it up, it might be endless, and then I'll start struggling, right? And if I need to rise as well, that probably my earning capacity has so increased because I have a financial structure to maintain it. Remember the lady I talked to you about that said she was traumatized with the way her dad spent her money and all that. If her dad had structure, financial structure, when in the time of plenty, they wouldn't have suffered when he had no contract.
Yeah.
So that's it. So when you rise to the level of your systems, or you fall to the level of your system, but having a system matters because it helps you to bounce back easily.
Okay. So you said structure is self-care, but structure is also self-preservation, if I'm hearing you, so that you have something to run with, something to fall back on, something to live by. Okay.
Yes.
Wow. That's absolutely amazing. So, moving on to the next question. For someone whose life feels chaotic, like a total mess right now, and there are too many responsibilities, too many expectations, not enough time, what are the first practical steps they can take to build a system that actually works?
Okay, so I'll say start small.
Okay.
That's the first most important thing. And then extend grace to yourself. I mentioned it. As women, we really, really need to extend grace to ourselves and know that we can't fix everything at once. Even when we fall, even when life happens, even in that chaos, we need to extend grace to ourselves, because our mindset also is really, really important. We cannot prevent things that happen, but our responses and the choices we make will determine the results.
Okay.
For instance, when you're going through that chaotic period, it will pass. But how do you come out of it? Are you coming out of it stressed, battered, bruised, burnt, and all, or you are coming out stronger? So extend grace to yourself and know that, okay, this is for a while. It also helps you to stay focused, right? And remind yourself that you have all it takes to move from being stuck to structured, to move from being stuck in that chaos to structured. So what I also say is that write down everything competing for your attention. Like that mother that said that has 6 children. 6 children are competing for attention. Church is competing for attention. Work is competing. Business is competing. Family is competing. So write down everything competing for your attention. Then separate into 3 categories.
Okay.
Must do, should do, and can wait.
Wow.
Because there are some things we must do. That's priority. There are things we should do. And there are some things that can wait. We should learn to know that some things can wait. During the webinar Stuck to Structure that I had for women, I was explaining to women that sometimes we need to ignore certain things, right? Because as women, sometimes you finish eating, you take your place in the kitchen, then you notice the microwave oven is dirty, you're cleaning it, and then the napkin, you take it to the laundry, you get to the laundry, you see clothes in the washer and then the dryer. Okay, let me take it to the room. You notice that some clothes are not ironed or arranged, and then the loop goes on. By the time you know it, you have spent 2 hours simply because you only just wanted to take your plates to the kitchen.
Yeah.
So those things can wait somehow. We just have to learn how to know must do, should do, and can wait. Then next, you create simple routines around recurring activities. For example, you designate specific times for planning, morning, lunchtime, or evening. Remember, I talked about SOPs in the home. There are some things you do in the morning, there are some things you do in the evening. You know that life happened. Can I say life happened to me recently? My staff at the store resigned she needed to travel. So I didn't have anybody. So I had to take my domestic staff. She has been trained, and then I moved her to the store so that place will not be empty. So what happens to the things at home?
Wow.
And the structure. But because there are certain things she needed to do in the morning and there are certain things she does in the evening, it's easy for her to do a bit in the morning, go to the store, everybody is good. In the evening, she comes back, everybody is good.
Wow.
So structure health is a guide, right? So when you create specific times for things you need to do, family, work, rest, play, games, have fun. Personally, I like watching movies, but I tell myself Friday evenings is my own time that I watch movies. So no matter how busy I am, I'm actually always looking forward to watching movies on Friday.
On a Friday,
I have to do my deliverables, not that I'll just see it anyhow. So when everything, simple routine, it's very simple, and everybody in the family, the children knows. My children also look forward to Friday evening. Mommy, today is movie night, yay! So they know that they have to do homework and also simple things. Allocate times, specific times for family work, rest, play, and I add play, games, and having fun. Because as women, we often forget to have fun. We often forget to play because we are so wrapped up. So when we have a time to do that, right? There was a time I had a client who was feeling overwhelmed by answering family calls late in the night. He came to buy something at the store and he said, okay, usually when you come to the store, I don't just give you the product that you need. I ask questions based on your needs. So the skincare products I'm giving you, it's need-based. So I asked him, do you sleep well? Do you take lots of water? And also when I asked him, how well do you sleep? He said, I don't sleep well. I sleep late in the night and also have to get up in the morning to go to the plant. He works in the plant. And I'm like, okay, why don't you sleep well? He said, some people, they will just start calling me. And I asked him, is it urgent? He said, no, they just want to talk. Okay, so see, if you had a personal SOP that 9 o'clock, I'm not taking calls, or you put your phone on silent mode, or anybody that wants to reach you will wait till the following morning. After a while, when they are used that, if we call Boki at 9 p.m., she's not going to pick. Next time, they won't call you. And more often, what they want to say can wait during the day. Or tell them, I can't pick your call right now, send me a voice note. After a while, you get used to it. And the following day, not early in the morning, you listen to the voice note. During your lunch hours is when you attend to the voice note, while you are eating. Or when, that's when you attend to the voice note. Or maybe when you're in the staff bus, not using your productive time to attend to certain things, right? It depends on who is calling. It feels little when I say that, because how can somebody's lack of planning be your own emergency? It's your time to sleep. But when you know that this time, I'm not taking calls, anybody, you drop the message, next day you attend to it, everybody will be okay.
We will all be
so
fine.
Structure becomes sustainable when it is simple enough to repeat consistently.
Structure and simplicity go hand in hand, if I'm hearing you.
Exactly.
You can't maintain structure if it's not simple and basic enough to suit your
and
lifestyle.
when people get structure, they think it's a big thing. I need to start constructing something. It's just a simple thing. This is how I do things. This is when to do it. And it's simple, just like having children. Like, okay, everybody go put the night before, arrange your uniforms, arrange your school bags and all. It's a structure. After a while, you get used to it. The night before, they set everything. You wake up and then you move. Yeah.
Wow. That's amazing.
Thank you.
You were talking about structuring rest and structuring play and how women struggle. So there are people, especially high achievers, those people who have been sold the lie, I will sleep when I'm dead. So they struggle with guilt when they rest. How do we create a life that is productive without being overwhelmed? And what role does intentional rest play in maintaining a healthy structure?
Okay, so let me start from intentional rest. So our emotional state has a powerful impact on the choices that we make.
Okay.
Rest gives us renewed mind, renewed energy, good decisions in line with our personal goals. Our skin repairs well at night. Then when you sleep, there's something released, I think melatonin or something. That's when it releases, and then that's when rejuvenation happens. So night rest is really, really important. So let me go back to high achievers being guilty to rest. Your phone needs charging every day, right?
Yeah.
You use the phone regularly. Like, my phone is actually my work, besides my laptop is my moving office.
Yeah.
But it needs to be charged every day. Your car needs servicing regularly. So why do we expect ourselves to run empty? No matter how high achiever you are, you really need to find time to rest, because you can't pour from an empty cup. Rest is not a reward for productivity. It is part of productivity, because if you don't rest well, you make poor decisions. And rest helps us to think clearly, make better decisions, and sustain performance over time. And rest, maybe when people hear rest to them means they need to sleep for 6 hours or 8 hours. Rest could just be taking power naps, depending on how, we're talking about high achievers now, and they have to go, they have to move, but then finding that time to rest. Rest could also be, instead of driving yourself, get a driver. So a driver is driving you. You can take a nap in the car while moving from one meeting to the other.
Oh, wow.
Instead of driving yourself, once in a while, you can take an Uber and then at least relax. Even if you're not sleeping, but the fact that you are not actively on the wheel trying to navigate, there's a way rest. So sometimes rest is not about sleeping.
Okay.
It is not about lying down. It could be just to sit and recalibrate.
Okay.
There's something I used to do when I was working in the bank. My lunch hours, I don't joke with it. Not because I really want to eat, but that is the time that I get to recalibrate. The banking system is an agile environment. You almost have no time to think. You think you're delivering. So I always look forward to my lunch hour. So when I'm eating, I try to use my 1 hour. After eating, I stay. I think through my previous tasks, what needs to be done and what I need to do to close. So for me, that was my rest period. So high achievers need to understand that rest is not about sleeping. It could be taking a pause. 10 minutes, 15 minutes every day, take a pause. Or even when you go to the restroom, when you go, just to relieve yourself, it could be that time you need to rest. I know for mothers, even when you want to do that, the children will still come and meet you in the bathroom.
No rest for the wicked.
They'll still come and meet you there. But there are ways we can find it. And when I talk about structure, children also need to understand, hello darling, mommy needs 10 minutes me time. It doesn't have to be a long thing. 10 minutes, mommy needs to just sit here and read a book. Mommy needs to sit or take a walk. It could be that time that you are removing yourself from the main environment. So if you are feeling overwhelmed right now, take out a sheet of paper and write down everything competing for your attention. I've mentioned it before, but this is another dimension. Then you circle 3 things that matters most that week. 3 things that matters most. So those are the things that needs to be done. You cannot organize chaos if you haven't identified what needs to be done. High achievers need to rest. And intentional rest, like I said, is pertinent to renewed energy. And then you also need to stay true to yourself. The fact, I know some people 10,000 lions are chasing them. Some is only one lion chasing them. It's okay, but be true to yourself. You're not proving anything to anyone. If 10 is okay for you, it's okay, but just take that rest. Then also energy management. You do the most important task during your most productive hours. Remember when I said after eating breakfast, probably you want to take your plate to the kitchen and then you move. At the end of the day, you spend 2 hours doing all sorts, but that is not the time to start doing laundry or ironing at all. If your most productive hours is in the morning, you hit your most important task and deliver on that. Then you can leave it to probably when the children are around. Okay, I talk about structure. So there's a way you can incorporate family into this structure thing. Okay. So instead of doing laundry all alone, why not involve the children? Bring this stuff for me. Let's do this fun time. So that would be a 2-in-1, a playtime with children, and also you're also doing housework together. So that's another thing. Depending on the ages of the children, I'm talking about those with younger children now. Older ones will know, okay, this is what you do by yourself and all. So sometimes overwhelm happens to a lot of women that have children under 10, like a lot of children, because you have so much to do. So when they know that, oh, playtime is laundry time or something, let's go help mommy, come and help mommy. That way, everything gets done within a short while, and then you still have your time to rest.
Oh, wow. Wow. Who would have thought that playtime and laundry could go hand in hand?
They could go hand in hand, or even sorting the kitchen, cleaning the house. Okay, pick this. They're always eager to help. They're always eager. Let's do this together. Everybody, after that, we'll then watch movie, or after that, we do this. Let's help mommy, and everybody does it.
Oh, wow. Wow. That's really helpful. Thank you for
You're welcome.
that. Okay, so when unexpected challenges disrupt our plans, it's easy to feel discouraged or abandon the routine altogether. So for someone who maybe built an SOP or didn't build it as structured as an SOP level, but did have a certain form of routine, and then life happened, how can we build structures that are strong enough to guide us, but flexible enough to adapt to life's realities?
Like it has been established that life will always happen. And I think the most important thing is the structure. Okay, I think probably structure is a big word. The routines and the step processes, they need to be flexible and adopted on a need-to basis. The key here is to start early, focus on priorities, not perfection. So building a structure is not about perfection. So when I mentioned the woman involving her children, it's not that so that all the clothes must be cleared at that evening. It's not perfection, right? Yeah, everything doesn't have to happen around that time. So I once had a client who had a business clarity session with me. We talked about putting a structure in her business. She runs a medical laboratory. And good for her, after the session, she wrote her SOP. She was able to implement almost immediately. A month after, she lost her dad. That's life happening. And she had to travel from her location far to the village.
Wow.
So it was when she came back and she told me, oh, Buki, thank you so much. I'm glad. If I didn't have structure in my business, I don't know what would have happened to me being away for that almost 10 days, right? Yeah. So, and the flexible part of the structure is that there are samples she needed to analyze herself, but she has spoken to a neighboring medical laboratory that can help them analyze. So when she was away, they take samples, send it to that neighboring medical lab to analyze and get it back and get their results. So that's a flexible thing. So even when life happens, it was still running without her. If she has said, no, it has to be me to analyze, how will she have analyzed? Everything will just come to a halt. So when unexpected things happens and disrupt our plans, structure has to be flexible. There are ways that things can move around, right? And we can adapt to life's realities. So you can also pick up from where you stopped and keep moving, right? Okay. Excellence building a structure is a journey, but learn to keep walking. If life happens, take the learning points, apply and move afterwards.
Okay. Yeah. So ask for assistance, medical lab, whatever your medical lab may be, and then And then review. So there's the power of review. So structures, SOPs, routines should be open to review. So it's not fixed in stone. So when life happens, review, adapt, and keep
a good structure bends without breaking. It just bends, doesn't break, and then you come back.
Oh, I'm framing that in gold. A good structure can bend without breaking. So when life happens, it bends and then it comes back. Oh, wow. Yeah. That's beautiful. That's beautiful. So if every listener could leave this conversation with just one thing that can shift their mindset, or one practical habit. I know you've said a lot of practical things, but if you were to say like the most important one, the one key highlight that can move them from clarity or from overwhelm to clarity, what would it be?
Okay. It is possible to have it all. It is possible to live your life in full as a mother, an entrepreneur, a community leader without being overwhelmed. It is possible.
Oh, wow.
So when you have that at the back of your mind, that it is possible, as the mindset shifts, because you don't have to do everything to make progress. Focus is more powerful than busyness. So when you know you can have it all, that sense of, it gives you a sense of energy that I can have it all. And when it dissipates positive energy around you, I can have it all. And it helps you to focus. Remember the small steps. Look at behind me, those simple steps. When you know you can have it all, one step at a time, before you know it, you have done so much. Focus helps, and then you move farther than before. Right. And you're talking about practical habits. Practical habit you can do is 5 to 10 minutes in the morning or in the evening. So I prefer to do it in the evening. Like you can just spend 5 to 10 minutes at the start of the day or at the end of the day to identify your top 3 priorities for the next day. Okay. I prefer to do it the night before because when I'm writing what I need to do, identify my top 3 priorities. When I wake up in the morning, I know what to do. With my most productive hours. So using my most productive hours for my top 3 priorities. So that simple habit creates clarity, direction, and momentum. Okay. But when you now start to feel overwhelmed during the day, pause, prioritize, and proceed. 3 P's.
3 P's.
You pause, you prioritize, and proceed.
Okay. So okay, you were saying something. I'm listening. Continue.
I just want to say it's okay to pause during the day as well. To pause. That pause also takes me back to rest. When you're feeling overwhelmed, when everything is chaotic and all, pause. Pause. The world doesn't have to end. Pause. Right? You know, I mentioned that I paused during lunch hours when I was working in the bank. I just had to pause. Prioritize my activities, what are my deliverables, because sometimes we enter that state of business, even as business owners, we're focusing on fixing flyers, making it very beautiful, painting our social media pages and all, but what exactly is very important? We're supposed to make money and revenue generating activities. So when we pause, we prioritize, and then we proceed. So we need to keep in mind and keep saying to ourselves, I deserve this pause.
Oh, wow.
I deserve this pause. Yeah.
And so pausing is okay. You deserve the pause so that you can pause, prioritize, and proceed. That's amazing. 3 P's. Thank you. Thank you for that framework. So now, looking back at your own journey, what is the one lesson that structure, priorities, or overwhelm that you wish maybe you had learned earlier to implement in your life?
I would say to my 13-year-old self, like, Buki, you don't have to prove your worth by doing everything for everyone. And embrace who you are. Your journey is unfolding exactly as it should. So that is what advice I'll give to the 13-year-old me. I don't have to prove my worth like doing everything for everybody. Because I mentioned earlier that if you're trying to do everything for everyone, you get overwhelmed and you neglect yourself.
Even at 13?
Yes, you can, because at 13, I'm bringing up that like 13, when you embrace who you are, by the time you grow up, you keep doing everything to yourself. I said at the beginning of the podcast, I mentioned that when you do everything for yourself, for everyone, you get overwhelmed, you neglect yourself, you don't know who you are. So I'm saying the younger 13 years old, embrace who you are. You don't have to prove your worth by doing everything for everyone. Trust me, this is who I am, and I stay in it. Because at 13 years old, if I knew that and I grew up, I don't have to want to prove. I don't have to want to be the cook, be the nanny, be the laundryman, be the two-person, be the handyman, I don't have to want to do that for everyone. I just stay in my space.
That's beautiful. Thank you. Thank you for that, especially for women who feel like they are proving both to their 13-year-old selves and to the people in their lives. So you can rest, not just in sleep, but in whatever it is you're chasing, whatever it is you're trying to prove, who you are is sufficient. It may need growth, it may need work, but you can be comfortable in who you are. That's really amazing. Okay, so we're going to play Tomi's Wisdom Minute, where I'm going to ask you questions and you're going to answer in one word or one statement what you think that one word means to you. So are you ready? Okay. So
yes.
Love is
kind.
Love is kind. A strong woman is
confident. Yes.
Success is
power.
Success is power.
Power.
Okay. Confidence is
beautiful.
Confidence is beautiful.
You're confident. You're beautiful. It radiates. Yes.
It radiates. Okay. And the secret to great relationships is
communication.
One life lesson that everybody should learn.
One life lesson that everybody should learn. Be kind to others.
Okay.
Be kind. Be you, be kind. Yeah.
Be you, be kind.
Yeah.
Okay. Love is kind, and the greatest lesson you should learn is that you should be
you. Oh, I see that.
You should be kind. Okay.
I see that now. Yeah.
Okay. Thank you so much for coming on board. Thank you so much for coming in. It was amazing. It was mind-blowing. It was impactful. And I know that for everyone who listened to this, people are going to live better lives. People's children are going to thank you. Because of the things that their mothers have learned. So thank you so much for coming on board today.
Thank you so much, Tomi, for having me. It was a pleasure. Thank you.
I always love hearing from my listeners, so I will be honored to hear from you. Share with me what you learned from this episode of the Tomi Sule podcast, or questions that you would want me to address. You can send an email to podcast@tomisule.com. You're welcome to visit my website for other valuable resources that will inspire you. Visit www.tomisule.com. That's www.tomisule.com. Till next time, God bless you.
Thank you for joining Tomi on today's podcast. For more on Tomi Sule-Emmanuel, please visit www.tomisule.com. Have an awesome day further.